Hello guys and welcome. So this is day 4 of basic flyer design that we are working on. And on this day 4 we are going to be looking at photography. So out of the two options, photography seems to have the lead foot in the group. My name is Abdullah Adeniji and I'm the lead creative at AK Graphics and Tutor at Design with King. So without further ado, we are just going to dive into it right now. So for those who are new here, try as much as possible to check the video we've already produced. You check AK Graphics on YouTube, you will see the whole video there. And the same will go for this one, is going to YouTube directly. So try as much as possible to watch the video to the end. And if you have any questions, try as much as possible to join the design group so that we'll be able to answer all your questions. And if you want to submit, you can as well join the group to submit. So check the design with King bio for the link. So I've already sent this one to the group. This particular design you are seeing right now, I've already sent it to the group. And these are the flyer details. So we are working on the Flashfuse. So I've already sent the sketch as well to the group. I haven't sent the digital version anyways. So maybe after the video, I'm going to be sending it to the group as well. So, or let me say after I'm done with it. So now the brand about is Fuse is a dynamic and innovative brand that is committed to deliver stunning and high quality photography solutions used state-of-art flash technology. So and the content copy for this is experience stunning shots with Flashfuse, and you know how the rest goes. So we are going to be using orange, red. So I was trying to focus on orange and red in this particular this thing. You understand? So I hope it gets better. You understand? So there are some color. If you have lot of color like this, that doesn't mean you have to use every of the color on your design. So there is a rule for design usage. So let me for color usage in your design. So if you follow 60, 30, 10, so you won't have any issue with your design color and everything related to that. So 60 is like a primary color, while 30 is secondary color, and 10 is accent. You understand? So try as much as possible to learn more about this. You can join the general virtual class that is coming, so that you'll be able to learn more about 60, 30, 10 in your design when you start working on it. As you can see here, I have like 3 colors. I have white, I have yellow, I have this cyan, dark cyan color. So how I mix it and all those, it's by following the 60, 30 and 10. You understand? So understanding this is not really complicated, but it has to be put into practice. That is why I urge you to be part of the upcoming virtual class. So moving forward, we have so this is for the YouTube when it is released. You understand? So and this is the logo. So this is the sketch and this is the digital version. So I do some tweaks there. So this is where we are. This is the logo that we are going to be using. So the idea for the Flashfuse is that, so you see when you say fuse, like something that is sparkled, something like that, you understand? Like fuse, just search fuse on, like you see that something that's blue or something. Have you fused something or something that is kind of sparkle? So that is the idea behind the fuse. And for the flash, you understand how the flash works. Something like that. So that's why I use the flash for the S. I use the S to represent the flash. You understand? So I check online. I didn't see anything related to this, and I think it is a really good logo, especially typography rather. So it's a really good typography, and we are going to be using it in our class. So for those who are new here, let me go back to our mantra. So let me copy it out so that you guys can see. Okay, not this one. So I suppose not to be doing that, but for the sake of those who just joined us recently, so it's kind of something that you must do or you must abide to before you start your flyer design. So and it's very important. Okay, not this one. So and it is very important you apply all those things in your basic flyer design, so that you won't be having any challenges with the color. So stick with the brand color. That is the number one. Be well organized using margin and all those things. So use one or two color, be directive and clear with your message or image. Understand? Make your main character bold, and it's very important. All this design we've been making, our text, our main character is quite bold, so that people will instantly see the message and digest it. You understand? Especially people with vision. You understand? So what else? Do research. It's very important. For someone like me, I already do research. Let me say I do research every day. Not necessarily because I want to design, but I do research every day so that I can have ideas ahead of any project that might encounter. You understand? So this research helps me when I have, or let me when I'm stuck somewhere. You understand? So it might not be helpful now, but try as much as possible to be someone that go to Pinterest, go to Behance, go to Google, start something, go to Instagram, see people's design and digest how they come up with their own design. Understand? So then mind map. So mind map is like a sketch out. So if you want to know about mind map, you can just go to the first design we did, which is I think it is, let me see. Yeah, it's Travelocity. So that is where we did mind map. So you can check there. That's it. So now for this one, I'm going to be using CorelDRAW as well. So Photoshop is, I think my Photoshop is slowing down. So I need to do some cache kind of a thing. So whereby I will expand the speed and all that. So I don't want to be talking about that right now. So, but you guys understand, especially for those who know how to work it around. So, like I said, I'm going to be using red, and if game come in handy, we are still going to be using it as well. And for this class, I'm going to be using, I'm also a photographer, so I'm going to be using my design, so you understand, to work on this. Or let me say my photography. So to work on this, so I don't necessarily have to like go outside and be downloading someone else's design, or sorry, someone else's image for this particular project. So that's it. So the first thing we need to do is create a margin. So that is being organized. So create a margin. How you can how to make sure the margin is accurate is by this particular area has to be square. You understand? Unless you are working on a magazine, so there is a different case for that one. So the bleeding you are going to be creating for it is it's going to be different. Yeah. So but for something like this, let everything be equal. Yeah. So our logo should be at the top for now. So where our head, or let me say where our mouse, and our creativity is carrying us go, we have not know yet. But I'm sure we are going to land in the promising land. Yeah. And it's going to be very much amazing. So now the next thing I want to do is import our characters, or that will be the image. Did I even have it here? So I hope that one will not take time before we find it. So it's going to be on my past design because I have not taken any recent picture. So let's try this Typography. So contest, my baby, Shutterstock. Let's see. I think I have some. Okay, let's try this one. I have someone here which I've already been using for my image retouch class kind of thing. So let's use one of these. Yeah. I hope this is not too bad. Yeah. So what I will first do here is put them into circle. Sorry, into a shape like this. So I want it to be portrait as the image is. I'll click inside it. So like maybe 3 of them will be good. So if they go beyond the line, we will reduce them. So I want our image to be at the top, then our content copy can be at the bottom, right? So that would be our choice. Like I said, one of the things we can use is the image, and another thing is if you want to approach it differently, maybe you don't want to be arrested for using someone else's image on your design. Though you can go to a free website, then download some design, or let me say some photos that are free to use. They are like a license free photos that you can use on your design. So in that case, there is no need to be panicked that you use someone else photography on your design. But in a case whereby you are so in the case whereby you are how will I put it? Hold on, guys. So in the case whereby you are afraid of being indicted for using someone else image, so you might consider the alternative, or let me say options that you have, so that you can. And it's very important when you are working on a photography image, so you use that person's photography that he or she has shot before for the image, so that when people see it, they'll be like, wow, I like this image, how can you help me replicate? Because most of people, when they see that you are good, or your design is cool, or let me say your photography is good, kind of a thing, and your design is good, so they will want something that is like that. They will want something that is related to something that you just did, you understand? So in that case, that is why it's very important to put your design in forefront of everything that you are doing, especially if you are doing a something that is going to be showing outside. So we want copy now. We want copy for it. So I think yes, flash. None. So experience stunning with flash. So in this case, we can use the logo as part of our image. You understand? So what is the font that we use here? I think it is. I don't even remember, but it's not something that is complicated. Avant-garde. Thank you. Avant-garde. For which of the avant-garde did I use? Honestly, I don't know. So that is why I always have backup for my designs. So in this case, now all I have to do is go back. So this is like the actual font. So I'll just copy it here. Then go here again. Avant-garde, Kinakbele, Avant-garde ITC. Okay, Avant-garde ITC, Avant. So we have a lot of avant-garde, so that is why it is like that. And as a matter of fact, you may not find that one as easy as possible. I said it, so avant-garde is the demi. Imagine. So here, found it. So now, see every design, or let me see, every this thing have their own secondary, or this every font that you are going to be using on your design is supposed to have secondary. You understand? So that way you'll be able to choose from one photo, or let me say one text to the other. So you won't just talk on one design or one font. You understand? So it's very important. So experience is turning with, so you can just put a shape to put this one inside. So red, remember we are going to be using red. So I'm going to be making this one, cutting this one out. Then, so this is not something that will complicate the whole process. That is why we are using this method. So this one can go in white. Where I'm going with it, I want to check if it is actually in the middle. So then shift it like this. Yeah, there we are. So another case is that you can just put it and turn it like this, put it on top of it. Don't let it cover the whole text. So but anybody that sees it will see experience a stunning shot kind of a thing. Yeah. So and the next thing we have on the list is what? The feature line. So features, so you can put that one in front. Yeah, you can put it in front of this. So like this. So adapt to surroundings, all those things. Yeah. Change the font name also to, so you can find something that is more tinier. You know, it is not just only that font that is there. So but you want to make the one that is going to be visible much visible, and the one that is going to be less visible less visible. You understand? So use capital letter where necessary, but in this case I can also use, you know, our regular this thing, our regular lines, so you can also use it here. So but I think it will be too much. Yeah, so instead of me using the line, I can use a shape inside it, a shape like this. Like this, understand? So I will just put it on red. You might be wondering where we are going to be using that yellow. So we use it, just not yet. So like this, then another one like this, then that. We want it to make sure, we want to make sure that it's aligned with the margin that we have there. So what is the size of this? 10. I think 10 is good. So we want to delete this. So Control K, you are using Photoshop, correct draw. Try and Control K it. So Control K will divide everything, or let me say break it apart. So I want this one to have, then shift this one a little bit down like this, so that I can expand this one territory. And yeah, so the idea of expanding the size is because I want to make sure this one is also inside this. Then you can reduce the size of this, then shift it so that you can see. So whatever is it that you are doing, make sure that your text is being proportionally balanced inside the shape that you are using. I think I mentioned this in my previous video, so it's very important. That's why I mentioned it again. So no worries, we are going to be reducing everything all at once again, since they are not all of the same size. So that gives us an advantages of reducing it all at once. So now that is our list. So the next thing we want to do, which is for the feature, our features rather, not list. So the next thing we want to do is, I think that will be all for this thing, and then we are going to be putting it in maybe contact and all that. So and the kind of design they do. So these are not just the features. Then the kind of design can come under here like this. Hold on, let me increase this one in size. So looking good. Yeah, much better. So let's align it with this. So as for this one, we are still going to be working on this, but let's just leave it as it is now. It's looking good as it is. I mean, we are talking of the simple design now, so I have no issue with that. So as for the bottom line, which is going to be the footer, so maybe you can introduce another color here now. So as a matter of fact, I want to introduce yellow on this one too. I think red is going to be better, much better. Red is doing well there. So then what else do I want to do? This one is not good enough for me. So let me find one that can be. Yes, this is good. So then if there is going to be any discount kind of a thing, let's use the red and black auto. Because I like the way the red and black is looking. So if there's going to be any discount of any type, so you can just put it anywhere here. So that is if there is going to be any. So sorry. So say let's say 30% discount for photography for the first 10 customers. Yeah, I haven't do any promo for my flyer design before. I mean, sorry, for my photography design before, but I believe that's how they run it. So then we will arrange it. This one is going to be much bigger, and this one is going to be smaller. You know how that one goes now. 10 clients. So you can break it apart so that you can have a very good arrangement. And as for this percent itself, it can also go very small. Voila. So what I was even thinking right now is to duplicate this, since we are using white background for everything. Put this one on white, make it at the bottom like this. Yeah. So I want to reduce the size again. Then reduce the size of this red again. Sorry, handle. So now this is it. First 10 clients. Then our contact info can flow here. So let me copy that one. If there's any other thing that we are also missing, so we can just put it there. But as you can see, we don't want something that will complicate the whole process. So that is why we are making it as simple as possible. It's something anybody can do. So call for booking or book us today kind of a thing. So anyone that works for you. So book your session today. Let me see what we use there. Book now for stunning photography experience. So let's try this. So some might be wondering why we are using capital letter here. So we are using it for visibility sake. So if what you have at the bottom here can go without you putting it in the cap lock. So yes, you can use one without cap lock. But for the sake of visibility, that's why I keep using something. So now it's on, like here now it needs a very book us. Let's do book us now. Book us now for stunning photoshoot experience. So let's do it like that. So arrangement can be very, very challenging in design, but make sure you don't fall short on that. Or you can just do book us now for the sake of visibility. Let's list experience for now. Then there's supposed to be an exclamation there. Book us now! Something like that. So all these things, there are some places that you are going to be using icon, like infographics kind of a thing. So, but you know, this is just like a basic kind of flyer that we are dealing with. So as a graphic designer who is beyond basic, so I always advise them to don't make your design too basic. So yeah, it will be simple but not too basic. You understand? As this one is now, it's not entirely basic. Yeah. So but it is simple. Anybody that sees this will be like, okay, I can actually approach it as well and all that. So don't make it too simple that people will be like, shame of you know, something like that. You understand? So let them have that vibes of say, yes, I paid for this thing and I get something that I paid for. You understand? So it's also very important you let your client have that kind of statement on your design. I've worked for a client whereby they'll be like, you haven't delivered, you haven't shared that money, you calm down, you guys should calm down. And at the end of the day, when they did see the design, now them they go tell me, say, it's actually worth the wait. Even though I have my delivery this thing, you understand? So I have my delivery time frame. But sometimes I will be like, let me give you some little bit of waiting experience kind of a thing. And it ends up watching it. I think we are going to be using this one. Probably something much bolder. So if you have any question, try as much as possible to ask. Then you will be answered. So as for this top, I was thinking of something now. So for this fuse now, you know, all this, there is this way you can also make your design look much more catchy by using some shapes on it. You understand? Some little bit of shape, not too much, not to complicate the whole thing. So let's shift this one up. So a little bit of shape around it. So shape like the one I used on our previous design, shape like this. So just do it out of a yourself won't show yourself, you understand? Say this thing no be beans now. I sabi this thing no be joke. So kind of a thing. I'm just saying, but you see, there is this way they regulate this thing, kind of a thing, in your design. So there's a way you can regulate it in your design, all through your design. So let's say 45. Mm, something like this. So I was thinking this one can go. So don't let it overlap on the main character face, so that it won't contradict the whole message that you're trying to pass across. Something like this here. So convert it to shape, then delete the outer part. And this, delete the outer part. So there's more you can do with it anyway. So this look like a flashing kind of a thing. This kind of flash, the S part. So that is what I was trying to work towards. So you can also put something in the middle if there's any more detail that you want to share with your client, so that they will have much knowledge about them and all those things. You understand? So that will be it for today's class. If you enjoy this, don't forget to like, comment, share, and share with your creative ones. And as well follow us on Instagram at Design with King. So there is a lot of content that will be going around after the completion of this class. So I hope you don't miss it for anything. And also, if you want to learn more about flyer design and logo design, as you can see, so logo is one of the things that we are going to be discussing in the class. So if you want to learn more about it, you can just send DM now to learn more. So as for this one, I want to have a little bit of light background for instead of making it white entirely. It's kind of too boring. So I want to have yellow. Yellow is one of the colors, right? But yellow we have light and this darker shade kind of a thing. So I think this is good. This is much better. So as for this one, let me make it much bolder than the rest. Yeah. Bolder is better. Bolder is good. So let me reduce this one a little bit more. I want them to see it and be like, oh, is this not white? Or also you can also put it on this thing, gradient. You can see that there is a lot we can even discuss in the class. So this is not entirely bad for someone that is starting out design, and they were able to design this. Oh God, you are more than just a basic flyer designer. This is really good. I mean, it is really good. So if you want to learn more about how you can make stunning designs, flyers, designs that will blow your mind, don't forget to subscribe to the upcoming virtual class that's going to be happening by May 22nd. So cheers, guys.